The trick is, if you're against aid to Ukraine, well, then you hurt Israel. But there's something gross about using a terrible event as part of a package deal. It reduces its horror and its meaning. What a wasted opportunity to bring clarity to an event by saying what no one else will say. That we're dealing in the here and now, not history that goes back centuries. This is why the passion of co-eds is so laughable. For it's truly amazing that someone born in 2005 has the solution to a problem that's vexed humanity since Biden was sniffing the hair of a woolly mammoth. History is often used to justify present-day horror, putting the onus on you to endure long, endless screamathons with ignorant babies. And no one screams louder than today's college students, who warmed at their lungs bitching about pronouns and bathrooms and the cultural appropriation of the cafeteria's Taco Tuesdays. For the left, it's a game with no end, especially when they're getting paid for it. That's right, I already introduced you guys. Tommy? Yeah. Happy Friday?
Yes.
Yeah?
Right, yeah.
What would you choose to respond to? The media, who always rush to believe the bad guy.
Yes, and I love what you said about it reduces, Biden's speech reduced the effectiveness of both arguments. It's like when you watch an ad on TV and they don't stop selling you things and they give you now how much would you pay? But don't stop there, we get you a set of steak knives.
Yeah.
And you know, oh, that original product stinks. I don't need a potato peeler, you know? And so that's what he's doing. He's essentially, this is very fresh. Hamas just slaughtered all these Israelis, and he throws it in with, his last pet project, and it really weakens it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then, how many times did he mention in the U.S.? It was like he was saying, I felt like he couldn't read his teleprompter. He's looking really hard. It's like open your eyes, maybe you'll see it.
Yeah.
But it's like his iris are like blinds that he draws down as he's sleeping. He's gonna flip them up. But how many times did he mention the United States? He says, oh, terrorism is terrible. We know we have terrorists here in this country. He's still trying to pound that like MAGA as terrorist thing. He throws in all his pet projects in here. I thought it was totally weak. Mm-hmm. And I think it's remarkable that, he got bad reviews, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
there you go. All right. Way to end weekly.
What? That was his point.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. Joey, how damaging is this sort of misinformation for the people who are fighting in this war as a veteran who has fought 2 wars?
Yeah, you know what's great is if you really want to lose a war, go into it not really wanting to fight it to begin with. Mm-hmm. And that's what really pisses me off about when he gave this speech. I think what really bothered me most is he suddenly threw in Iran in one sentence, and then almost immediately went to he said, Israel is not responsible for what happened at the hospital, but we have to make sure we abide by the rules of war. How else can you talk out of both sides of your mouth? His age and ability, probably like choosing food comes out both sides of his mouth. Yeah. But at this point, it was, this self-righteous indignation coming out both sides of his mouth. When you say something like that and an address that important, you're saying nothing less than, hey, those of you who are kind of saying that Israel's committing war crimes, man, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to make sure they don't. This is the sad truth of war. When you go to war, you are choosing to commit evil so that evil can't be committed to you. There's nothing pure or righteous about war, but there's something righteous about defending yourself so that the innocent people you're responsible for don't suffer while you're in charge. I would hate to be Benjamin Netanyahu. I would hate to be the President of the United States because going to war is the worst thing in the world you could do. But if you're going to go to war, go to war to win. And the sad truth, babies are going to die either way. But do they die because someone from Hamas attacked them and tried to kill them, or do they die because Israel is trying to get rid of Hamas, bombs a facility that has Hamas terrorists in it, and a baby's too close? Mm-hmm. That's the only difference. Yeah. And to sit here and parse it out and try to make it into something that's not, I fought 2 wars that we tried not to win because we had to have clean hands. Well, guess what? We don't have clean hands and we lost. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Dagan, why doesn't the media ever fess up for their mistakes? You're in the media. You admit
Get in there.
Constantly.
Doggone
Even on
it.
this show.
Yeah, and and Tyrus knows this as a man If you ever want to get laid again, what do you tell your woman? Up.
Yeah.
If you ever want to get keep your job, or you know what, if you actually have a moral core, you admit when you're wrong. If you want to live with yourself, but these people don't, because well, one, they're arrogant, and two, they are Hamas supporters. And their bias betrayed them. That's why they were so quick to jump on this story.
Good
because
shot.
they side with against Israel, the oppressor,